So chapter 31, they're talking about the Re Lun pian. Re is heat. Lun is discuss. Pian is chapter. So basically, we discuss heat kind of illness or condition in this chapter. So that's 热论篇's meaning. And they have a couple chapters discuss about heat illness. So Huang asked febrile disease, the same meaning like illness can cause the patient heat condition. So basically belong to EPI, external passenger evading. We say they always cause the fever and the chill the same time. So that means febrile disease. And Huang asked, when people got EPI evading, especially caused by cold attacking, means EPI wind cold. So sometimes they are cured, sometimes not curable. And if patient not cured, they will die in the 6 or maybe 7 days. And if they are cured, it maybe take over 10 days. If some special kind of reason for it. So that's talking about in Huangdi Neijing's time. Yeah, Huangdi asked questions. So why they happens? Truly, right now look like not many people died with EPI condition. But in the ancient time, you can think about 2,000, 3,000 years ago. Truly, EPI condition, they cause a lot of people died in that kind of time. So that's why Huangdi's questions. And Qi answers, Qi answers, 太阳 is kind of old yang, it's old yang channels, So basically, we say Huangdi Neijing is the first or oldest classic TCM book. And we know we have another famous book we call Shanghan Lun. Shanghan Lun is after Huangdi Neijing, about 500, 600 years. So Shanghan Lun specially discuss wind cold evading inside the body and then cause the patient sick or illness by 6 stages or 6 channels. The first stage or channels is 太阳, more superficial yang. So in Huangdi Neijing, they didn't talking about too deeper about 6 channels, but truly they got some basic idea, 6 channels here. And then Shanghan Lun take Huangdi Neijing's idea, development for 6 channels later. But here is some basic idea about 6 channels. So thus Qi answers 太阳 the same with we discussed in Shanghan Lun, but not that clear like Shanghan Lun. So 太阳 means 太阳 channel here is old yang, old yang channels. It connected with 丰府 Du 16. So it dominant all the yang qi. When attacking by cold, truly they are attacking superficial level, 太阳 level first, and then patient have fever. So that's why when we got EPI reading, patient always have fever, chilled same time. Sometimes it's more severe fever, sometimes it's not severe, but usually not leading to death. But if the passenger or cold attacking both channels, what means both channel here? Yin yang channel attacking the same time, then possible leading to death. So that means we say units attacking 太阳 channel first. 太阳 channel here we mainly talking about food 太阳, your bladder. Your bladder pair channel is the 少阴. Food 少阴 is the kidney. So that means if the passenger attacking 太阳 with 少阴 same time, maybe lending patient's death. So why some people only attacking 太阳? Some people attacking 少阴 same time. So that's still originally some difference. In other words, patient maybe have underlying body condition like a kidney yang deficiency. Then they talking passenger EPI wind cold. So that means attacking 太阳 with 少阴 same time. So that certainly is more severe kind of condition. People may be dies. Then Huangdi said, I like to know the symptoms. Like when they happens, what kind of symptoms it will be. And Qi answers, Qi answers. First day, the cold attacking 太阳. And the illness or symptoms, headache, neck ache, or stiffness in the back, west ear, like lower back ear and the spinal. So that's basically it's 太阳 channels. passed away. So that's the first day cold attacking. We're talking about the wind cold attacking. And then the second day, the Yang Ming is attacking. So Yang Ming governed the muscles and the reading beside the nose and reaching the eyes. Like we're talking about hand Yang Ming in here, large intestine. So cold attacking Yang Ming channels cause the fever, painful in the eyes, and the dryness in the nose, and the people couldn't sleep. So basically, we say when passenger moving to Yang Ming channels, it's kind of from cold condition changing to heat condition. So that's why caused some dryness and the people couldn't sleep. So that's attacking the Yang Ming channels. And in the third day, the passenger are attacking the Shaoyang channel. So Shaoyang control the bones. So that's maybe a little bit different idea with right now. Right now we say kidney controlled bone. Shaoyang liver relationship controlled tendons. So that's a little bit difference from Huang Neijing's idea here. And the channel go to side of the body and connected with the ear. So that's truly we know Shaoyang channel go to inside the ears. And when Shaoyang attacking, passenger attacking Shaoyang channels will cause the chest and the hypochondria painful situation. And also can cause deafness because we say their channel go to inside of the ear. So that's 3 yang channels. So if 3 yang channels, they're attacking. But the passenger not go to deep channel, not go to organs, 脏腑 organs. All can cure it by pulmonary sweating. So that means yang channel attacking. We can pulmonary sweating to cure it. Like later on in Shanghai Lun, you will learn like what kind of formula typically used for what kind of conditions. So typically formula we have treat, one is 桂枝汤, one is 麻黄汤. That's specially treat in the yang levels, pulmonary sweating. So that's talking about in the yang levels. Then the fourth day. If not cured. So basically in here, it's talking about the naturally EPI wind cold attacking the bodies. And it happens about 2,000 years ago. So right now we are a little bit hard to see the patient truly like the illness gradually development from superficial level go to deeper level. But truly in the ancient time, we can see some patients, their illness gradually development from superficial level to the deeper level. So that's what we're talking about here. In the fourth day, Tai Yin is attacking. Tai Yin channel, yeah, Tai Yin channel. That's go to the stomach. So food tie-in, mainly we're talking about food tie-ins being here. Relationship with the stomach. And then reaching to the throat area. So when tie-in channel attacking, basically the symptoms, abdominal fullness and dry out. So that's the in channel, yeah, in channel. And in the 5 days, remember, right now, basically we're talking about the wind cold attacking. Shaoyin channel is attacking. And the Shaoyin channel go to the kidney and also connected with the lung. And connected with the root of the tongue. So when Shaoyin channel attacking, cause the dry mouth, dry tongue, and severe kind of thirsty. So still heat signs in there. So basically in Shanghan Lun, you will know, in the Shaoyin channel, you have 2 patterns. One pattern is cold pattern. One pattern is heat pattern. So here, basically, the mention is the heat pattern here. We say Shanghan Lun development from Huangdi Neijing. Go to more detail. Huangdi Neijing 6 stage, just some basic one in here. And in the 6 days of cold attacking, the last channel is Jueyin. Jueyin is attacking. And the symptoms, like because Jueyin, yeah, food Jueyin, liver channel, go to the genital area and connected with the liver. So it attacking in there, they talking about restless, means some heat, yeah, heat situation. And the shrinking in the scrotum. So what's they talking about here? So basically, if you go to Shanghan later, you know Jueyin channel is the condition. Upper is heat. Lower is cold. So that's basically is Jueyin channels conditions. So that's why people have restless and also shrinking on the lower part. So that's the Jueyin channels. And if both 3 yin and 3 yang channel is attacking, So all the 脏腑 organs functions will be affected. And 容气 and 胃气 is not able to moving. Thus they put a stagnation here. And all the 5 zang organs obstructions means losing functions. That means that's pretty severe kind of conditions. And finally, then the patient dies. So that means basically we're talking about the 6 stage here. From superficial level, go to deeper and deeper and deeper. So that's talking about the severe kind of conditions. Thus we say same time 6 channel get attacking. But if the code not transmit attacking the 2 channels same time, we still talking about external and internal relationship. Like they only attaching just 1 channels. And in the 7 days, the 太阳 illness will be relieved. And the headache will be mild. In the 8 days, 阳明 illness relieves. And the fever is mild. So 阳明 channel mainly is fever. 太阳 channel mainly symptoms is headache. In the 9 days, 少阳 illness is alleviated. And the diabetes getting better. So that's 3 channel here. Yeah, 3 channel here. 3 yang channel. Yeah, 3 yang channel. The idea basically here, like a 6 channel go to a circle here. Yeah, 6 channel like a 1 day, 2nd day, 3rd day, 4th day, 5th day, 6th day. So like a qi circulation go to different channels followed by the days. So 太阳 channel get attacking in the 1st day. And in the 7th day, the qi circulation back to 太阳 channel again. So that's the day 太阳 channel getting better. Then still follow the order. They gradually in each channel getting better and better. So that's for the yang channel. Yeah, for the yang channel. So in the 9 days, 少阳 getting better. Yeah, 少阳 getting better. Then in the 10 days, 太阴 illness will be relieved. So 太阴 mainly symptoms is abdominal fullness. So that's getting some relief there. And then people want to eat. Because abdominal fullness there, people don't want to eat. Now they want to eat. And in the 11 days, 少阴 getting better. And the symptoms, we're talking about 30 dry. Now it's getting better. Yeah, getting better. So because patient too dry before, they even not sneezing. Now they can sneezing because some moisture there. And in the 12 days, So 厥阴 units getting relieved. So now strata get relaxed. Before it's stranging or spasm there. Now it's relieves. And they go back their normal position. And then the passenger evil qi disappeared. And the patient gradually heals. So that's basically talking about the symptoms first. And then talking about like the naturally illness development the way from different levels. And if they like two channels getting sick same time, that's more severe kind of condition. If they are not attacking two channels, they will gradually relieve. And by the different channels, they relieve the time little bit difference, like they are attacking. So that's basically talking about in the ancient time. Right now, we are a little bit hard to see like that clear kind of time, like a schedule there. So that's why right now in like when later on when you learn Shanghai Lun, even we are not truly ask a patient if they got EPI attacking or not. We just looking different channel, different symptoms. If we got the same symptoms, we can directly use the formula treat different kind of condition. But that's truly originally or sixth stage. It is coming from EPI wind cold attacking, go to different levels. So that's in Huang Neijing here. Just some basic picture about 6 channels, symptoms, and how they can cure it. And later on talking about the treatment. So that's for this part. Yeah, this part. Then Huangdi ask how to treat it. Yeah, then Huangdi ask how to treat it. We're talking about illness go to 6 stages, and then how to treat it. And Qi answers. So according to the which channel which 脏腑 is involved and then got treated. So that's basically we're still talking about the differentiating the symptoms and then follow the different pattern, then got treated. So that's basically. And treat the illness. We're talking about the time schedule already. Is not more than 3 days, less than 3 days. Thus we say in the yang levels, 太阳, yang ming, and Shaoyang. So illness in the yang levels promote sweating. Means 3 days still in the yang levels. After 3 days, more than 3 days, the passenger go to yin level already. So when they go to yin levels, we need reducing or purging, relieve passengers. So that's basically talking about separate by the illness in the yang level or yin level. Yang level, pulmonary society. Yin level is purging. Then another condition here. So Huangdi asked sometime when passenger look like the illness is cured already, but still some heat, passenger relieve here, or some other passenger still in there. So what's the reasons? What's the reasons? Look like it's cured already, but still some passenger in there. So this kind of condition, Qibor answers, is due to take some food with fever still in there. So we know when people got some sick or illness, they will have poor appetite. So in this kind of condition, try not pushing the patient take the food if the fever still in there. So that kind of condition, if the fever still in there, heat will be keeping inside the body, even when the illness mainly is relieved already. So that's basically patient take food, but their digestion still poor. And the food stagnation can generate with heat, with some heat still inside the body. Two kind of heat combinations. And then that's why patients still have some heat condition or heat not relieved. And then Huangdi asked how to deal with kind of remittent kind of heat. So like if some people, their mainly problems is cured, mainly symptoms is relieved, but they still have some heat inside. How we can treat these kind of conditions? So that's basically, we say we can use reducing or purging treatment or using tonified treatment. Basically, will be including the patient's condition. Patient may be deficiency, may be excessive. So we including the patient's condition and then pick up the right treatment plans. And then Huangdi asked, how we can take care of the patient if patient have fibrous diseases. Is something need contraindications when we take care of the patients? And Qibor answers. Qibor answers. For this kind of illness, like if they are not totally cured, try not eating meat. If eating meat, the illness may be recurrently. And certainly not eating too much. Not eating too much. So if eating too much, still possible cause the illness coming back. So that's generally say for this kind of illness, don't eating too much and don't eating meat until it totally recovered. Because the meat easily generates some heat. So that's basically for this part. Then another question here. And so we're talking about if attacking one channels is accurate. But if they are attacking externally and internally two channels, what kind of pulse and the symptoms? So that's still follow we discussed before. Before basically we just talking about attacking one channels, the symptoms. Then we talking about attacking two channels, what the symptoms will be. And Qi said, if the illness are touching cold and two channels, so that's we talking about the external internal relationship, 上浮 relationship here, the channel. So that's the 太阳 and the 少阴. 太阳 basically we talking about food 太阳 and the 少阴 we talking about food 少阴. If it attacking within the same time in the first day, the symptoms will be headache. That's when we talking about the 太阳 mainly symptoms. And the dry mouth and the restless. That's when we're talking about 少阴 symptoms. So now it is attacking two channels same time. Certainly the symptoms show up same time. If it attacking Yang Ming and Tai Yin same time, that's second day. Yes, second day. Usually they will go to Yang Ming. Now they go to Yang Ming and Tai Yin same time. They will cause abdominal fullness. That's usually we're talking about Tai Yin symptoms. And the body fever, poor appetite, and the severe kind of heat cause the delirium. So Yang Ming stage kind of heat stage. So that's the symptoms. Still combination Yang Ming and Tai Yin symptoms together. Then we're talking about attacking Shaoyang and Jue Yin same time. So still yin-yang relationship in the third day. So that's deafness. Yes, deafness we're talking about. That's Shaoyang symptoms. Yeah, Shaoyang symptoms. When we're talking about Shaoyang, people will be deafness. And then Jueyin, yeah, we say Jueyin is cold below, heat above. So that's cold below causes spasm there. And the heat above, yeah, heat above. So patient, restless, irritability, and patient, severe kind of a case. Yeah, severe kind of case. They even unable to eat or drink. and maybe losing consciousness. So that's pretty severe, and the patient will be died in the 6 days. That's 绝阴 days. So that's basically talking about the symptoms here. And then Huangdi asked, why? Why patient died 3 days after, like attacking the 5 zang organs or attacking 6 organs and blocking the 营气 and the 胃气 circulations. So like a patient very, very severe already. But after 3 days, they will be dead. Then Qibo answers. Then Qibo answers. The Yangming channel is more qi and blood. So that's like even right now we're still talking about the Yangming channel. It's the more qi, more blood channel. So because these more qi, more blood channels, so when they're getting sick or getting illness, people pretty easily got losing consciousness. And after 3 days, all the qi and the blood in the Yangming channel is totally exhausted. So means even Yangming channel have more qi, more blood, but after 3 days, their qi and blood totally disappeared. Totally disappeared. So that's why people will be dead. So that means people life, it must be have qi and blood. Without qi and blood, people will be dead. So that's basically that part we're talking about mainly EPI wind cold attacking. Then talking about some condition, some condition, like originally is cold attacking. We still say February disease. They can cause the fever. Originally is cold attacking, but some of them we call warm disease. That's basically it happens before the summer solstice. We say we have 24, we have 24 solar team, like we talked about before. That's one of them. That means middle of the summer. Middle of the summer. And if it attacking after summer solstice, so that's we call it the summer illness. And the treatment, let be different. Sweating, promote sweating in summer disease and dispersed passengers. Not try to stop, let it go, let it go. automatically let it go. Thus, we treat summer disease. So still promote sweating, yes, promote sweating. But by the summer solstice, we separate the illness name, which is separated illness name. So that's for this chapter. Yeah, that's for this chapter.